Thursday night, August the 25th, we are creeping closer to Friday night football here in Texas. But tonight, we are taken over by the Pleasant Grove Hawks. And we are gathered here and have a representative from Texarkana College with us to start off the night, Miss Stephanie Stokes. She is the director of dual credit. And so, Miss Stephanie, we appreciate you being with us. I don't think we can hear her again.
I wish we had dual credit when I was in school. Can we not hear you?
I think you can hear me.
All right,
we
yeah,
can
all right.
now. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
We were wondering what was going on with that. I wish we had dual credit when I was in school anyway. And we probably did. Just didn't take advantage of it. No, we didn't. That was back in like 2003.
Yeah, and so for people that don't know what it is, tell everybody at home what dual credit actually is.
Well, dual credit is where a high school student takes high school credit and college credit at the same time. And the class is just like if you and I took a class at Texarkana College campus.
Okay, awesome. And so they can take them on the high school campus, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, and get credit for college.
That's right.
I learn something new every day. I should have got some dual credit.
How many current classes do y'all have available to the local high schools right now?
Ooh, that's a big question. We pretty much offer almost all core classes. A student actually can graduate core complete and with an associate's degree.
Wow.
Yeah, I spoke with a student actually last week, and I asked her, she was on the Texas A&M Texarkana campus, and I asked her, I said, what classification you are? She said, it's actually strange because I'm not sure because I already have my associate's degree. And so that put her basically 2 years ahead of the game. And I know specifically for my family that dual credit saves a little money. And, you know, a lot of these kids, you know, take these credits and are able to apply them. My daughter actually went to a school outside of the state, and that university was able to accept some of her credits, and that helped mom and dad out tremendously.
Yes, in Texas, by law, if a student completes a core area, there is a law that guarantees that Texas Public College or University must take that course and satisfy that core area. So it's a safety net for our high school kids.
And what is like a cost difference between actually going to college and doing this or completing it while you're in high school?
It's pretty big. An in-district student for an academic class is a $100 flat fee. Out of district is $125, and your average 3-hour college class at a Texas university is over $1,000.
Wow.
Golly.
And so is there...
And their books are provided, so they don't have that cost.
The majority of the school districts do provide the books,
and so they don't have room. They don't have room and board because they're still with mom and dad.
Right.
So there's definitely a huge cost savings, especially if you can get a couple of semesters taken care of.
Yes.
You start walking on these in second grade.
And we also have scholarships, so that helps as well. We have regular scholarships, and we also offer disadvantaged scholarships for students in need.
So how soon can you start taking these classes? Can they start taking them in 9th grade, 10th grade? When can you start?
9th grade. We actually start advising students in 8th grade.
Okay, awesome. I don't think they let me when I was in 9th grade. I remember taking a couple when I was a senior, but, you know, that's been a little while back. So, but is there a limit of how many credits you can get before you actually go to college?
There is not. The state says that we cannot limit a student on the dual credit hours.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's amazing.
How do they register for these classes?
Well, they get with their high school counselor, and each school district, we have about 16 districts. So each school district handles it their own way, whatever best fits them. They just see their high school counselor, follow instructions, and registration takes place.
Awesome.
And so are these just for Texas schools or over on the Arkansas side as well? Kind of who's able to do this?
So we're only able to offer a dual credit partnership to our service areas, and that is in Texas.
Okay.
We did have an Arkansas school reach out to us, and we wanted to provide the services to them, but you know, these border towns, the laws are a little different, so we weren't able to do that.
And so anyone around the area, any of the local high schools can go to their counselor and ask about this program and stuff?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. And so is there anything else that we need to get out there that we haven't talked about maybe what you do at the college or maybe about the program that you're over?
Well, I do want to say that registration is going on right now. So next Tuesday at 3:30, registration ends. I know that the schools are still working on schedule changes and things like that. And my counselors may fuss at me a little bit here, but we definitely urge just an average student, take advantage of a basic class. The data shows that if they take one class, even if it's workforce or academic, they're more likely to go to college and complete. They live longer, they're healthier, even less likely to become incarcerated.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I knew that was what's wrong with Jay.
I need to ask one last question before we let you go. But
I need to tell you
is there an
something.
age limit that you can attend classes or?
As long as they're still in high school, we're going to serve them.
Okay. All right. So, starting in the 9th grade, you can take these all the way through your senior year.
Yes,
That's
sir.
awesome. That's awesome. I wish I would have known more about it, or it would have been around a little more when I was in school. Wouldn't have taken me 8 years to get a 4-year degree.
I think that has more to do with you just not very smart, Brian. I'm joking. All right, anything else, Brian?
Nope.
You got for us?
I'm pretty good. I've learned a lot in our short time
I
here.
have
I
too.
appreciate you being with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it, Stephanie. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Not long ago, Samantha had to raise her hand to leave the classroom. Just like that, she had to decide her future. She knew she wanted to go to college, but she wasn't ready to choose her major. So she enrolled at Texarkana College. At a fraction of the cost of a university, Samantha can start on her basics while she decides what she wants to do with her future. Start here at Texarkana College.
We are back at Walk-Ons, and it is PG Takeover tonight, and we've got administration from our Pleasant Grove staff. And Chad, if you could, why don't you share with us these two additions that you've had or that you've made this year?
So really excited about a number of additions that we've had this year. We've had first my assistant superintendent, Carla Dupree. She's been a tremendous impact already in our district. She is a top-level educator, and when I was calling checking references, the reference that I got back was she is the best in many miles around. She's absolutely top administrator in this area. And so for her to join me and join our team, I'm so thankful and love being on her team. We also have our new high school principal, Kristen Giles. She's been with the district for a number of years, and she's already making her mark on Pleasant Grove High School, and I just look forward to the future of what Pleasant Grove High School is going to be under her leadership.
Well, there's not too many people in town that may bleed more black and gold than me than Kristen.
Kristen Giles is way up there at the top.
She probably has me by maybe a few droplets, but we're both proud graduates. I won't say what year.
Thank you.
I think we're both around 31 or 32 right now, I think. But this summer, I was extremely thrilled with all the changes that were announced with Pleasant Grove, and I think a lot of times my grapevine gets to me a lot more faster than Facebook, but Kristen's promotion did not, because I saw her face on my Facebook feed. That was the first time I'd heard that she had reached that position, and was thoroughly thrilled for her in the district and for the students.
I agree, and I just want to make a few more points on that and what we've done. Matt Fry is our new director of operations.
Great
Matt
hire.
works with
Yes.
Texarkana Gameday and does a great job, and man, he is a champion. I'm telling you, he is a champion. He's a really talented guy.
One of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Absolutely. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but we brought in 8 teachers of the year from this area to be a part of Pleasant Grove just this year. And
That's huge.
That's big. That is really big, and that makes an impact in our classrooms, which ultimately makes an impact in the education that our students receive, because we are after the world-class, best in state education for our students.
I got to ask you a question. I feel like me not being from Texarkana, you come in, the school district, I mean, from the way I know it, I never knew it before. From what all I've seen, it's hard-pressed to go anywhere and find something like y'all are doing there. How are you staying so motivated with this? I mean, this is a big job, and it seems like you're constantly evolving and changing and bringing in 8 new teachers of the year. Like, it's just, how does this happen?
I don't have a choice. I have to do this for the kids in this district, in this community. And it's not me. I do believe in winning the state championship and taking care of our people. And by doing that, people want to be in Pleasant Grove. And that helps to motivate me. The success that we have motivates. And then getting to work with people like Ms. Dupree and Ms. Giles, and just seeing the impact and the growth that we're having in our district, but the impact that it's making on our kids, it's beautiful. And it's unlike many things that are happening in education right now.
I have kids that go to Pleasant Grove, and, when I was their age, I can't say I enjoyed school, or at least going to school. Looking back on it, I enjoyed it, but they're excited to get up and go to school, and I feel like they're extremely safe there. I don't worry about them, and it's just a great environment. It really is. Yeah.
Ms. Dupree, tell us a little bit about how your decision was to come to Pleasant Grove and what you've seen so far.
So when I was making the decision to come to Pleasant Grove, I had an opportunity to meet with Mr. Pirtle, and in that meeting, what was evident to me was that there was passion behind what he was doing, and there's a purpose in what he's doing in this district. And the thing about it is it's not just about, in fact, none of it in his mind is about him. It's about what we do for kids. And that was evident from the first time that we spoke. And that's what I'm about. I'm about, let's do the best we can to ensure the best for all of our kids. And so meeting him and feeling that we were on the same idea plane there, and that we were of similar thought, it was a big draw. And then I started looking and doing some research and talking to people, and what I was hearing was family atmosphere, looking out for each other, the drive and passion for excellence. And all of these things just resonated with me and made me want to come be a part of this. And it's a decision that I've not regretted at all. It's been a great transition. The hospitality, the open arms, the energy that goes behind the decisions that are made, and the support, and everybody's on board. We're all working towards the same purpose, and that's a great feeling to have. There's a lot of power in that, and our kids will benefit from it.
Well said.
Well, Kristen, tell us about your journey that started in 1986 in that building till today. I mean, what are your thoughts walking through those hallways of the high school that you attended?
Oh, I think I just have such pride to be there, and I'm just so honored to be at the high school again and be able to forge us forward and move, keep growing our students and our staff and our district. I feel like one thing I've told Mr. Pirtle before is kind of an old tagline that we used to use years ago, where you honor the past but you embrace the future, and I truly feel like we do that in such a great way, and he's moving us forward in such a great way that it only benefits our students and our community and our just everybody that's involved. We're working towards making every student be prepared when they leave that high school. We want them to be prepared to do whatever they want to do, whether it is go to college or go to workforce or go get a job. We want them to feel like they had the best education to do that.
Well, Mr. Pirtle, you're strong leaders. Surround yourself with people that are smarter than they are. I think you've done a fine job.
Thank you, sir.
Fine job.
There is no doubt. You look at my principals, central services staff, but I want to talk about the principals. We have Kristen Giles. We have Ashley Barker, who is amazing. We have Pam Bradford, that's an amazing leader on that campus. That campus is moving right now, moving in a great direction. Then you have Natalie Reeves at the elementary school, and that campus is on fire right now.
That's a cool environment.
And you bring those 4 people together and those 4 brains together, it makes my job a lot more fun. It makes because you have 4 people there in charge of those campuses that are killing it. Yeah. I mean, they are excellent people and excellent administrators too, and they're going out fighting for kids to make sure kids have what they need to be successful. I'm so proud of them. Also our teachers. Our teachers are champions, and right now we have this COVID thing going on, and just so proud of them. They're not bought into what we're doing. They're owning what we're doing. They're owning it. And it's not an option. It's not an option not to make sure a kid doesn't get what they need. Mm-hmm. They've been warriors through this. They've been flexible through COVID. And I'm really just so touched by our teaching staff and what they pour into our students. And Coach Gibson always talks about you reap what you sow, and those teachers sow a lot of good things into those kids, and our kids reap the rewards for it.
Go ahead.
It's an exciting time of year. Football 2 days away. We're going to see a pep rally this year?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be in house. I'm excited for it. And how excited are y'all for the football game? Any changes in what we were used to 2 or 3 years ago?
Well, I don't know if we're pretty much going back to how it was a few years ago, pre-COVID is what I would say. Okay. So we've got a new parking map out that went out today on Facebook that kind of lets people know where to park.
So where does Jay have to park? Because Jay seems to think he can park wherever he wants.
Not where I want.
No.
We have a media section that's a whole special media section.
They make me park by the dumpster. True story. Is that where I'm supposed to be?
One other thing that we do have this year is we're still online for tickets. So everybody needs to know that they need to purchase their tickets online. There will be no tickets sold at the gate. We'll have signs with the QR codes that they can click on if they haven't done it before they get there, if they've not purchased them. So that's one thing I think people need to know, which we've been doing that since COVID, so it's really not new.
Yeah, so even if they show up without one, scan the QR code, buy your ticket.
Scan the QR code, buy your ticket, come on in.
Our little Hawks also will be running out with the football team through the tunnel this year. So if you have a little Hawk that gets a T-shirt at the elementary and probably intermediate schools, make sure you're there early to be able to get on the field and run out with the football team.
That's
pretty
special. Be excited about that.
No doubt. It's a highlight for the little ones.
Yeah, it is.
And also before the game, we're going to be celebrating the baseball team, our state baseball team. Okay. They're going to be getting their rings on Friday before the game.
That's great.
That's going to be, get there early, be there by 7 for sure, so you can be a part of that.
Pirtle comes, 2 state championships, a national coach of the year. I didn't even know there was a national coach of the year, so that's how big of a deal it is. I didn't even know it was a thing they did.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Riley he'll be on the show tonight.
We're very proud of Riley for that, and he's a great baseball coach, but he's a great person and a great dad too. I mean, he's a great model for us dads out there to watch on how to love your kid, how to balance work and how to balance family and have that balance in your life. And just so proud of him. He's a great man.
Well, the photo that was captured with him in Austin holding his child that's priceless.
It is.
But that's it. That's Riley Fincher.
Yeah, I got his daughter a picture of that for her birthday. I had one of those big frames we have. And I said, I bought you something you're never going to throw away or forget, I promise.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure they have 20 of them things hanging around. And I was like, here's another one. You know?
That's great.
Well, what do you have? What do you have as far as some goals that you're looking for this year?
Well, just growth in our district, growth in our students, but really growth in our staff too. Literacy is a big deal in our district right now, and ensuring that all of our kids are reading at least on grade level, at grade level or above, and you have to be very intentional about that. And we've invested a tremendous amount of money money and resources into literacy, not just books, but training and development of our teachers. We have a district literacy coordinator, Christy DeLoach, who is just doing a great job in that. That's going to be a big deal for us, and that's going to be something that just improves our district across the board, because our students in terms of literacy are going to be growing big time. Just a lot of things that may not be great for viewers out there, but internally in terms of education, how we've restructured our master schedules and provided time for teachers during the school day, not just a conference period, but another whole period during the day to work with their colleagues to do the work of being a teacher. So we're providing that time. It's a huge deal for our teachers because they're able to get their work done during the school day.
Yeah.
And for the most part.
Yeah. Still had some homework that came home last night that I've never seen before in my life. I couldn't figure it out on YouTube, Google, or nothing. And I don't even want to tell you what I told her. So you'll have a calculator with you the rest of your life, I promise. I've never seen anything like what she's doing. I'm like, whatever you're doing is tough. I wouldn't graduate the 5th grade, evidently. I'm not smarter than a 5th grader.
I wouldn't play that game then.
One of the things that he was talking about with the extra period for the teachers, and to go back to the question that you asked me at the beginning about what made me want to come over, is we want to win the state championship of taking care of our people. And so that's done through our resources. Just love them up, let them know how they're appreciated, help them reach their goals, give them the support that they need, and put our money where our mouth is by allowing that period where they have their conference period and their CTM period where they can collaborate together so that they don't have to choose which one do they do. We're giving them the time to do both. Those are the things you do that leads to success, and let your people know that you love them. And we've got some fantastic people, so I'm looking forward to this year and loving them up and helping them reach their potential as well.
Right. Well, we know y'all do that. Real quick, you got anything else for us?
I'm ready for Friday night.
I am too.
I can't wait. It's
too.
finally football season, and can't wait to see Coach Gibson roll the crew out there and get after Nashville on Friday.
We'll be in house.
Yes, sir.
Ladies?
I'm just excited about the year, athletically, academically, everything. It's going to be a great year at the high school, and I'm just excited and honored to be leading that high school campus. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So I'm looking forward to being here at Pleasant Grove. I've been here since June 1st. I came over. And every day I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm excited, and just excited to be a part of Hawk Nation.
Well, have a great year.
All right, next up we'll have cheer for you. Quick break.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Bolt in Texarkana.
back at Walk-Ons, and I'm not going to say I'm the luckiest guy in the world, but I'm definitely the luckiest guy at Walk-Ons. I'm here with the varsity cheerleaders with Pleasant Grove. And Lexi, why don't you share with us who's with us tonight?
These are all of the 2022 seniors. This is Kelsey Clark.
Hello.
I'm Lexi Carr. Reagan Derman.
Hello.
Alicia McClure. Kylie Jo Braley. Harley O'Neill. Hallie Lipham. Allie Ferran, and Marcy Clayton.
All right.
Well, one of the things that always impresses me about our cheerleaders is the time and effort that y'all put in, not on Friday nights. Tell us what y'all have done this summer in being able to prepare for what's going to happen this school year.
Well, we went to camp at Great Wolf Lodge. That's kind of where everything started this year. And then we went to the baseball games, and we cheered the baseball boys on this summer. We've done so much. What else?
We also had a 2-week practice for watermelon supper and to get ready for the upcoming year as well. So for 2-a-days when all the other athletic teams are up here, so are we.
And while we go to that cheer camp in the summer, it kind of sets the stone for how the year's going to go, how we think that we're going to be ready to perform when we go to UIL, which is our state competition. And it just gets us ready for the whole school year to come.
So how many dances do y'all have ready and cheers ready to go for a given Friday night?
I could not count the amount of cheers there's
and
both
bands,
hands.
band dances.
We have at least 6 ready to go constantly that we just know by heart, and we know which song goes with which. And cheers, we have a set kind of routine of what we do.
Now, do you have one specific person, though, that will just call out the dances or cheers based on what the band's playing, I guess?
Yes, I call out all the dances and count all of that, and Hallie calls out all of our cheers.
Okay, good. So what are you most looking forward to this season? Or is there something coming back that you're excited to have back, or just what are you looking forward to?
I am so excited to not have to wear masks on the field, just so we can really express and cheer just to the fullest and the right way.
And have pep rallies back in the gym, or as of now, it's going to be this, how do I put that? Just back to normal, I guess. Freshman year, that was the last normal time we've had.
I think the pep rallies really add a big, extra excitement to Friday nights. And so when you didn't have them last year, of course we were glad we had football, but I mean, you think it's something so little, but you're like, no, it really contributes to the Friday night feel. So we're excited to have the pep rallies back.
I can't wait to go. To have the whole community come back. Yeah. Have every single seat filled this year and have everybody cheering. The team on, the drill team, the cheerleaders, the band, have everybody back. Yeah.
Well, tell us about your director. I know that she's tough and has some high standards for y'all. She
does.
But just share a little bit about her and how she is taking y'all to the level that y'all are at today.
I think she really holds us to a standard higher than a lot of high school cheer coaches do, just because she really knows what she's doing, and she always sees our maximum potential, and she won't let us settle for any less.
And we're talking about Shara Hopkins, by the way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she always expects 110% out of us, and if she's we have to.
We have to
we have to live up to, we have standards to live up to, and if we don't, there's consequences.
She seems like fun too. Morgan and I got to film one of your practices a week or so ago, and I mean, it was enjoyable, and she seems you guys are, she may be hard on you, but you girls look awesome. I mean, just watching your practice and how uniformed everybody is and how in sync everybody is, because there's a lot of y'all. There's a lot of cheerleaders, and I was very, very impressed just at the practice, so I can't wait to finally see you at the pep rally. On the sidelines. I'm excited for you.
We're so excited. We're excited.
Yeah.
What do y'all see as the biggest hurdle that y'all have to try to get the crowd involved in the back and forth chants that y'all will try to start up during the game?
We have to make sure that they hear us. So we all have got to be yelling uniformly at the same time, and if it doesn't happen like that, then it just doesn't work.
Yeah, like she said, being loud, being spirited, jumping up and down, really getting the crowd to stand up and to participate with what we're throwing at them, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Is there a specific song that the band plays that just really okay, when this song comes on, it's going to get crazy? Or is there a certain moment that you really enjoyed the most out of the games?
Definitely our fight song gets the crowd the most
After
pumped
a touchdown.
up. Definitely. Our fight song for sure.
When we hear that, we're like, okay, this is it. This is Friday night.
Yeah.
And that's exciting, too, because when they get a touchdown, that's when half of y'all go into the end zone and start flipping, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's good. What about before the games? Is there something that you do to really help get you hyped up for the game, or a tradition that you may have that you do every year before a game?
There is. We do pinkies before every
Kickoff.
Yeah, kickoff, and then we do a certain cheer. It's called Hawks Here We Go, and we do it before the game starts. And it's
a tradition.
It's like
We've
a
done
good
it
luck thing.
every year we've been in high school, and it's worked for us. So we're going to continue to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Just from a fan, it's fun to see what all of y'all are able to do on the field, and to be able to not only get the fans involved, but there are times where I even see the football players that will, they'll turn their heads as well, and just to know that y'all are able to be able to possibly make that difference. I've shared this time and time again. I'm a firm believer that a great band is worth about 3 or 4 points, either taking away or adding to a team. And I give the same thing to a same spirit squad. And whether I lump drill team into that or cheer or whatever the organizations are. But, I wish there was a category where we could score y'all on the game and add points, because, in my opinion, y'all would win every Friday, from my
Thank you.
So.
Now, your competition, though, that you brought up earlier, when do you have that? What time of year do you guys go to competition?
We try out for that in November and set a team of, is it 20 girls?
Only 20 can make it.
And then we go to state UIL in Dallas in January. So we practice from about Thanksgiving break to right after Christmas break.
So it's pretty competitive to even make the squad, because you
definitely.
obviously have way more than 20 girls on that squad.
Yes.
So that's got to be a big accomplishment too. So.
And just over the past few years, cheer has been able to take some steps up. It's now seen as an athletic event, and it looks like it's even going to be seen in the eyes of the Olympic games here pretty soon. I think in 8 years or 7 years that it's actually going to be a competition, at the Olympic level. So what do y'all have to do to get in shape and stay in shape to be able to, take on a whole competition? Not necessarily a game, because I know there's times that y'all can stop. But, I mean, those competitions, the different things that y'all are able to perform, it's just amazing. How do y'all stay in shape and get in shape and sort of hold each other accountable?
Just the amount of practices we have to condition. She makes sure that we're all in shape. We run, we stretch, we practice stunts, we practice yelling. Just the practices day in and day out helps us get there.
Yeah. And she also makes us do snakes on the football field.
Yep.
What is that?
Go all the way up the bleachers, all the way down in every aisle, and then go around the end zone to the visitors' bleachers, all the way back and around the other end zone, and that's one.
And it's hot.
Wow. So how many do you do then, probably?
It depends on what we mess up on.
Depends on what kind of mood everybody's
Normally
in.
3 or 4 at the most.
Oh, gosh.
But that pays off, because during the Friday night football games, y'all do all this with a smile.
Yes.
And I can assure you, if I did that, we'd have to get the ambulance with oxygen and all sorts of other things.
Hey, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking game day on location, Jay has to do snakes.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
Just kidding.
That's actually better than what I thought you were going to. I thought you were going to say I was going to have to cheer with them.
I mean, you could do that too. We'll throw you. Just grab him and throw him
I'm
in on
a
one
base,
Friday
though.
night.
I'm not a flyer. So I'll let y'all know that now.
Yeah. So this Friday, PG's home, so I'm assuming pep rally Friday, right?
Yes. Starting at 3:12.
3:12. I'm going to have to get my kids out of school early, but we're coming.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
First
I'm so
one that we
excited.
get to have in the gym, so it's going to be big.
Yeah.
We're all so excited.
Yeah. Well,
It's just nice to have it back in the gym. We had 2 last year on the field, but back in the gym, it's just a whole different atmosphere. We're all closer, obviously, and it's just nice to be all in one big space.
Especially as seniors.
Yeah,
You want your
definitely.
senior year to go out with a bang.
Absolutely.
So,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Well, girls, we're excited to be able to showcase y'all tonight and know that y'all will do great this year. And I'm sure we will have the opportunity to bring y'all on
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
later.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
Thanks for coming.
We'll bring on a couple of football players next.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help, because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
are back with head coach, athletic director Josh Gibson. Introduce who we have here with us.
All right, we have 2 seniors, 2 guys that I think our whole program looks up to as captains. I know our coaches do. B.J. Rayfield, inside linebacker, number 7. Reese Elrod, outside linebacker, number 21.
Reese is the one that wears the muscle shirts that have the padded muscles in them. You ever seen those? I caught Reese wearing one of those the other day with these fake muscles.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just joking.
He looks good.
Coach, man, tell us how fall camp's been so far.
I mean, it's been good. It's been really good. I think the biggest thing is just, growing and getting some confidence and belief. The guys had an unbelievable spring and then a great summer. I mean, they're accountable. They're there 100% of the time. They work their tails off. And then you want to see how it applies and transitions to the football season and fall hits. And I think we've been getting better every single day. It's been exciting. A lot of guys grinding, a lot of energy. Accountability is like it always is. They're 100% in, and we don't have guys missing practice. We have guys that are there to work and guys that are there to grow. So I'm proud of them.
Coach, what year is this for you?
This is number 8.
So 8th year. How many in the coaching overall?
21.
How long did it take you to perfect what you have going on in this program? Like the practices, you go out, looks like you have 900 players out there. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. It all just looks perfect. How long does something like that, take just to have? I tried to explain it to somebody. I can't even explain what it looks like.
Well, I think the one thing is I was fortunate to grow up with a dad who is really, really good in this business. And then so I was growing up around college coaches my whole life, and I just watched them. And I started watching from the time I was on his hip at 4 years old. I didn't miss a practice. And then, it's never perfect. We're always looking for ways to kind of do things better. But I do think our kids, one thing I always got from him is it needs to be extremely structured, and everybody needs to be going full tilt. And I think we do that at practice. And so the coaches are locked in. We spend a lot of time meeting, before we go out to practice on what it's going to look like and how we're going to transition. And then these older guys, they become assistant coaches for us too because they've been in the system a long time. And they do a good job coaching up the younger kids and setting that expectation.
Well, I was fortunate enough to have a strange feeling come along my arms yesterday as I took a ride on Hawk Lane to be able to come and watch my first practice. And one of the things that I saw were your seniors taking on some of the younger guys and giving them some direction. And one player in particular was Galvan. And, there were some, he and some of the other ones were watching the twos play. And, some of the guys around him, he sort of said, hey, guys, let's put our focus on the field. And, that right there impresses me. And, I know Reese has done that as well. But, tell us a little bit more about your seniors that you've got this year.
Yeah, yesterday in practice, I stopped in the middle of practice and went over to BJ's station just to say stop. I said, hey, everybody, watch this guy practice. In the middle of practice when we're going through a pursuit drill, and we've been out there for an hour, and just watch his spirit and learn from that, learn from his example. And we have different traits, behaviors on their helmets this week that all the kids had to put on. And some kids that are quiet had vocal on theirs, so they had to be more vocal. And I said, buy into that, strengthen that up. But here's a great example of somebody that does that. And BJ's the epitome of full tilt, and then Reese's the epitome of heart and soul. He goes as hard as anybody in our program, and then this one, it means as much to him as anybody in the program. And I think you could flip it and say the same thing about the other, and then they would tell you that a bunch of their senior teammates and even some of the juniors are in the same boat. And I think that's where, they do a good job modeling it, and you look at how your big brothers are practicing, and the younger guys want to be like those guys, and they're just great role models, and they keep it going, and I think that's why the culture stays the same because of these guys that buy in like these guys.
Well, I'll tell you this, Landon went from being the most popular dude in the world to Reese is the most popular guy walking this planet right now in my house. Walker's literally, we ordered him a picture he took with you. He wanted it framed. We framed it up for him. You'd literally think Reese plays for the Dallas Cowboys. It is the wildest thing I've ever seen. You think Mr. Reese is going to be at school today? I'm sure he's going to be at school. He's not going to be at your school. It's kind of refreshing to see like these really young kids. You have a platform now where they can see you more than just reading about you in the newspaper, and they can come visit with you. I'm sure Walker brought a football up here tonight for you to sign. It's just it's a big deal to be famous in your own community. You know, and your kids, I've never come across a kid who doesn't embrace that. And, you know, I do feel like that's taught. You're not just born with that.
Well, you know, the cool thing is in our community, it's so many people come to our games. Our district's important to them. PG's important to everyone, and they buy in and they support each other. But these guys are those role models for those kids, and they know it, and it's tangible. It's in front of them. So they come on Friday night, and we walk down and shake all their hands as we go through the stands, and then walk out in the tunnel, and then got all the younger kids that want to be a part of running out of the tunnel and be future Hawks, and they're running with these guys, and then they'll open up car doors for them on Fridays at school on game day, and we get to start that again this year. You know, we took a year away from that with COVID, but I think that's where they do look up to them, and they go, man, these are guys I want to be. I want to be Reese Elrod. I want to be BJ. I want to be Akari. I want to be Galvan. And so you put a name with the face every week.
Yeah. BJ, how has your fall camp been so far?
It's been pretty good so far. You know, with the energy, effort that everybody is showing, we love to see it because like usually I'll say let's get hyped, let's get going, and usually like last year someone look at me, but now everybody's just bringing energy, bringing effort, bringing straight up intensity, and I love it because there's a younger dude on the freshman team, well somewhat JV team, named Landon
West.
Yeah, Landon West, amazing dude. Every time he's like, just break it out. And in our little linebacker group, he'll be the first one right before me. So someone would be tired, and then here he comes out of nowhere. I stay on 3, 1, 2, 3. He just yells it out louder than everybody. And it's amazing to me to see that this his senior year, he's gonna be something. And then, yeah, man, it's been amazing actually. Ready to see what we're gonna do this year.
Coach Gibson, I have a lot of feel in BJ in the weight room. This dude plays no games in there with the squat rack.
Yeah. And that's what he is. He's epitome of full tilt. You will not catch him on a single rep where he's not killing himself going 100%. It's pretty special.
Yeah. Well, tell us about what y'all have as far as goals for this year. I mean, the last, since y'all's freshman year, there's been some success.
Yeah.
What type of successes are y'all looking for this year, both for yourself and then for the team?
I'll say for me, like, our whole team thinks it. We just want to go to state, go to AT&T. Obviously, that's our goal. That's the end goal. But obviously, progress every single week, be the best version of ourselves, and grow each other, and grow it as ourselves, as men. And they teach it to us all the time. I mean, we've been grinding our butts off these past few weeks, and I think it's going to pay off in the future.
Yeah, to piggyback what Reese was saying about growing. If we grow, like last week, 2 weeks ago, we played Melissa. We played a pretty good game against Melissa. And if we just like build on top of that, hopefully we can carry that to AT&T near December and hopefully make some noise.
I like it.
That'll be that's the goal at the moment.
Man, I love the expectation of this Pleasant Grove program. It's just state championship or bust every year.
Yeah,
love it.
Well, Coach, what do you have set for you as a goal this week just with Nashville?
I think our biggest thing is it's the first game out, and we want to see how we handle the game. I say we're a young team, and it's because we have so many young guys on varsity, but we do have some really good senior leadership, and I think they've been doing things the right way, and it's just, hey, let's go out there and put it into action. To say a weekly goal, I don't know. For Nashville, I want to play a clean game. I want to play a game that when people look down on the field, they see our effort is second to none, and it makes our community proud, and that we play in a way that makes them proud with great sportsmanship and all that. I want to see these guys bust some heads. I want to see them play physical football. I think physical football wins games on both sides of the football. We're gonna run the ball and try to run it down people's throat, and we have some skilled kids that can play in space pretty good. Better than some we've had before, But I think both sides of the ball, we got to play physical football and get after it.
I'm excited. We're having a pep rally.
Yeah, we're having pep
I
rally.
didn't realize how bad I missed pep rallies.
Yeah.
Last year without them, it was just dull.
Exactly, for real.
Pep rallies get me hype, and I don't even play. It gets me ready to go out there and stand there in the heat.
Yeah.
Feels good to finally have it back.
Yeah. I'm just ready to go and have fun, man. Like I told the guy, I remember this quote that my grandpa told me when I was younger before he died. He told me, if you go through life always moping around and doing like, all I gotta do is do this, your life is gonna be boring. But if you go life showing enthusiasm, having fun, your life is gonna be fun. So that's why I tell the guys, that's how I carry myself every single day. That's why I bring so much energy. I try to have fun, and then next thing you know, practice end up being like real fun and energetic. So
well, you're living the best time of your life right now, whether you know it or not.
Not wrong about that.
Yeah. And it's a you're lucky to have a strong leader like Coach Gibson, and I still to this day I remember all my coaches. I mean, it's a fun time in your life. You'll never forget it. I promise. Yeah. But Jay, you got anything?
I can't wait till Friday.
Yeah.
I want that kickoff right now.
Jay's going to be doing color this year, so if you don't like what's being said, he's a guy you complain to.
That's right.
Him and Quinn are going to be on it. Also, Lucas Walker's going to be.
There we go.
As well. He'll be able to tell.
Yes, sir.
Reese, if you blow a play, he'll be able to tell us why. Coach, as always, man, we really, really appreciate you and your program coming in tonight. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having us. I know these guys are ready to strap it up and go on Friday, and there's some others that are coming on here in a minute. It's going to be rocking. It'll be sold out, and we're excited about it.
All right, sir. All right, let's take a quick break, and we will be right back here shortly.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
Back again with more football players. Morgan Smith.
Yeah, football player, baby. What?
Easy now.
Jalen don't want these problems.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jalen, why don't you share with us who we have with us tonight?
We got RJ.
RJ's a baller.
Yeah.
Well, what are y'all most excited for about this Friday night?
I'll say. What's y'all think?
I think just getting back out there as a team.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long summer. Been waiting patiently, been grinding every day. Trying to get at it and go win another state title.
I say like the fans. It's gonna be loud out there. We ain't had that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Jalen, top 100 player in the state of Texas in the sophomore class. Started as a true freshman. Very difficult to do in the state of Texas. What's going to change for you this year as far as the leadership role? Because I remember last year you were very quiet, and I've seen you take a lot more active role this offseason.
I would say I've been trying to be more vocal and have more juice and stuff. I mean, that's all I've been working on, so you'll see it this year.
How much weight have you put on? It looks like you've grown a few inches. And
like 10 pounds. I'm like 190 now.
Are you? I was telling somebody he was as big as Nick was in high school, and they told me I didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, I'm telling you, kid's at least 190 pounds. But what are some personal goals you have for this year?
I'm trying to rush over 1,500 yards this year.
All right, what would you do if I told you I have you down for like 1,250?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Well, you're supposed to say, well, you're wrong, Morgan.
I mean,
you're wrong. But, yeah, no, in that offense, you can definitely do that. Really excited to see what you do this year. RJ.
Yes, sir.
Man, how is it to have such a great backfield where nobody's just pinging on one person?
It takes a lot of pressure off of all of us. I think, coming into the season, we had expectations. And, you got guys that could be the fastest player on the field, the biggest player on the field, the most dominant. And, we don't fall off no matter who the ball goes to. No matter if we get in a block, we're getting in the end zone, we're always going to be excited for each other.
That's awesome.
Well, one of the things that I've heard this year is that the running back depth is probably the strongest we've had in quite a while. How are y'all able to share that backfield with each other?
I think, Coach Gibson put it in our minds since day one to be unselfish. Go out there, go make that lead block for each other. Just getting behind each other, trusting each other. No matter who the ball goes to, we expect it to be a first down, a touchdown. It's fourth down, and we go for it. No matter what, we're always going to get our goal.
I haven't really came across a football team that works as hard as the Hawks football team does. I don't even know if y'all realize what y'all have compared to other schools like size. How exciting is it for you to finally be able to play?
Since our loss against Cattle Mills last year, I think it's been on our minds since, day one. Coach came out with a depth chart that next day. He already knew what our plans was, and that's to go win another state title. And playing for each other, our fans, it's always been the cream on the crop, the cream on the top. So it's just football has always been a special place for the PG Hawks.
Yeah.
It's been getting even better nonstop as we've been piling up all these wins.
Well, you mentioned that Coach Gibson came out with the depth chart already, the day after, a hard loss. Tell us a little bit about what the coaches instill in y'all before practice, during practice, and just during a regular week.
Go out there and have fun, go play for each other because you don't get these moments back once, you go to college and you move on with each other's life. Just going out there and giving it our all, never go half speed on any play because you never know when it's your last, and go out there and dominate every game.
Man, RJ is wise behind his years.
That's right.
Well, guys, best of luck Friday night. Really proud of you guys. Game Day will be in-house. You can watch it on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, or our new Game Day app. Go download it. Guys, y'all got anything?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davis?
I'm glad to be at this point where we can play some football.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go Hawks.
All right, let's do this. Take a quick break. We'll be right back.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
We are back, and we have the National High School Baseball Coach of the Year, Riley Fincher, in house with us. Man, congratulations.
Thank you, Morgan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Huge deal. We even, I know I gave you yours here recently, but we got one for the school. Hopefully, Pert will let this be put somewhere at the athletic center. Huge deal, man.
That's a
good looking really picture. Proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, that information was shared with me a little bit earlier than I guess when it was released, but I've never had your face show up on my social media post more than it has today, and that's a great thing.
It is. It's just the main thing about it was so awesome. Like you said, it's being shared everywhere. It just highlights our community and our school and our kids. You know, I mean, it's such a special place, and yeah, the award is in my name, but it's a team award. It's a coaching staff award, a school award for all the support that our program receives, all athletics receives, and it's just another opportunity that we're getting to highlight our school, and it's awesome.
It's always fun to see your friends do well, colleagues do well. I mean, I couldn't be happier for you. Well deserved.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But how does something like this work? I mean, like, I'm not in the coaching field, but like, how do you get chosen for something like this? This is huge.
When I received a phone call, they told me that there's 8 areas of high school in the nation, regions, and the regional coaches are picked through a committee, and then once the regional coaches are picked, they take those 8 ones, and then the committee basically analyzes, scrutinizes the season, the background, everything, and then that committee votes on the coach of the year, and that's how it happened. And it was definitely, like I said, when I received the call, it was our first day of football practice, and I walked away from offense, and I went and told him, and I was tearing up, and I told him, I said, I'm not trying to take anything away, but this is what happened. And Josh does an outstanding job of celebrating everybody, and he gave me a big hug and told me congratulations, and he went right back to offensive line. He was coaching them hard, and then after practice he brought it up to attention, to the team, and the attention is something I try to stay away from, but it's something the more that I sit back and look at it, the success that our team has had in the past year and the accolades that those young men have received is just amazing.
Yeah. Coach, I remember right after the final double play, you're on the field celebrating, and I said, man, I guess championships aren't just for football, and you were so happy for Fincher and his team. I just did a special moment. All-state championships are extremely special, but it's just thank you all for letting us be a part of it. It's something I won't ever forget. And it's just how happy you were for Fincher in that moment,
Well, we played ball 6 of the 7 years. We had it taken away from us, COVID, with probably one of our most talented teams. And in the 6 years that we've had, we've gone down to state 3 times, which is impeccable. And Coach Fincher's record sits at a little bit over probably about 92-93% on the win percentage. And they kill themselves. They're out there grinding. Their kids put so much into it. And you look at the stories that don't show up on the practice field or the game field of kids just growing, and they do it the right way. They do it relationally. They get kids to buy into them. And our whole football staff was down there supporting them. Because we're all in it together from the start of August all the way through June, and it was just special. It was special for all our families. It was extremely special for all the kids and their families, special for our community, for our district, and then just to see one of your best friends go through that and hugging his daughter and his kids, it's an emotional deal. I think it's always one of the best days because so many people are involved. Your families are there and the fans and all that stuff, so it's an epic deal.
Yeah. It was definitely, you talk about him running on the field. I mean, it was, it's kind of goes so fast when it happens, and, Lauren jumps in my arms, and the next person was Josh jumping in my arms. And for him to be so excited for us, because it's, he is the leader of our program, of our athletics, and he does so much for every athletic team and for our school. And, he was just so elated for all those kids because, so many people get caught up in it's football kids and basketball and baseball. No, it's not that way at our school. It's everybody's a Hawk, whether whether what sport you play, extracurricular, everybody supports everyone, and that's just, it's so awesome to see. So awesome.
Mr. Pirtle, what does it kind of mean to you? You know, you've had 2 state championships, football and baseball, in your reign here. National Coach of the Year. You're one of the top coaches in the state of in the entire state of Texas in football. Is life great or what?
Well, life is great, but life's great to be surrounded with some really, really wonderful people. And it starts, in the athletic department with Coach Gibson. And I talk about it all the time, about the talent he has surrounded himself with as far as the other coaches. I'll put our coaching staff up against anybody's coaching staff. And Coach Gibson and his team worked really hard to assemble the quality of coaches that we have here. But on top of that, they're quality men too.
Yeah,
they're quality men too, and they're not just coaches. They're really, really good men outside of the coaching realm, and that kind of leads me into this guy right here, and he's a National Coach of the Year, but he's a great coach, and nobody's going to debate that. But you look at the kind of man that he is, like this is the kind of man you want your kids to be around. And this is the kind of man you want your kids to be coached by, because he's going to love them, but he's going to hold them accountable too. And I think another thing with Coach Fincher is there's the work side of life, and there's the being a dad and home and family side of life. And I think he does a phenomenal job of balancing that. And you see through baseball season, the kids are right there with him. He involved his kids in everything going through, and that's just a beautiful thing to see. And it's a beautiful thing for younger coaches, for older coaches, for just men setting up in the bleachers to see how he loves his kids on the field and his job and does an excellent job, but he also loves his family and loves his kids too, and can find that balance in that to make them all feel special. That's a special thing, and this guy does a really, really good job of it.
Well, thank you. And then to kind of talk about that a little bit, there's, not every place you work at allows the kids on the field at the practice. And from the first day Josh came in 14, I mean, after Friday night games, football games, you'll go back in, in our office and everything, and who's in there? Our wives and our kids, and we're eating and everything, and just kind of, regardless if it's a win or a loss, we're all together there for a half an hour so we can spend time together. And, you look out at practice, especially now, my son is 12 years old, and you look out there every day at practice, and he's sitting beside a coach just staring and watching, and it's nothing like, hey, Riley, get him out of here. No, everybody is involved and welcome, whether it's my kids or other kids or, family members. It is a true family atmosphere out there. And it's just, like I said, it starts at the top, because he could easily say, hey, this job is stressful. Don't have him out there. But, I mean, his kid from, when he first got here, he was always running around Jackson. And now there might be some animals running around sometimes at practice, little four-legged dogs. But it is just it's a great atmosphere. We're very spoiled and very proud of everything we have there. We're very blessed, no doubt about it.
Well, Coach, man, congratulations. We have a video that dropped today. You can check Texarkana Gameday's Facebook page. It'll be on YouTube tonight. It's an interview with Coach Fincher, congratulating him and just a little bit about the award and what it took for him to reach those goals. And if you're okay with it, I actually do have the video of you talking to the team right after you got the news. Might post that later if Coach Fincher's cool with it. It's a good one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, Coach, man, congratulations, National Coach of the Year.
National
Thank you so much. Thank you, Morgan. Appreciate everything.
Do this. Take a quick break. We'll be right back with volleyball.
Not long ago, Samantha had to raise her hand to leave the classroom. Just like that, she had to decide her future. She knew she wanted to go to college, but she wasn't ready to choose her major. So she enrolled at Texarkana College. At a fraction of the cost of a university, Samantha can start on her basics while she decides what she wants to do with her future. Start here at Texarkana College.
are back with the Pleasant Grove volleyball team, and I've already forgotten your name. Harley?
Harley.
Okay, all right. Harley, why don't you share with us a little bit of some of your players that have surrounded you?
This is Hallie Lipham, Emma Bemke, Madison Carpenter, Reese Gibbs, Abigail Bemke, sorry, Sarah Hill, Addie Kohler, Mackenzie Williams, Kaylee Tilbury, Tamia Cooks, and this is Jazz Moses.
And you probably recognize a few of these girls just from the cheerleading segment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see, Harley, and y'all are cheerleaders, and then anybody else I'm missing down. I love how these girls, most of these girls, I mean, they cheer, they play volleyball, they play basketball. So many of these girls are multi-sport athletes.
And that's what makes this next little segue so exciting for me. The Texarkana Gazette has a cutoff every night of when they have to take things to print, and I had the luxury of checking that out the other night. And the headline was, THS leads PG in feature match of triple header. The good thing was they didn't tell the rest of the story. So, Harley, why don't you tell the rest of that story?
Well, we beat Texas High last night, our in-town rivalry. It was a really good game. We went into 5 sets, and we both teams wanted to win a lot. And
it was a really great game.
Yeah.
So what enables y'all to take it to the next level when you do play those larger schools? Because I know a lot of the tournaments that y'all play in, you're playing up. So what do y'all do to prepare yourselves to be able to play up for these larger schools?
A lot of scrimmaging, like live plays and blocking
You really
drills.
just have to stay energetic the whole time in order to win.
Yeah. Keep your focus mentally.
So who do y'all, when y'all look back and it's y'all's turn to serve, who is it that you're like, when it's our particular Pleasant Grove Hawks serving, you're like, oh, we got this?
Abigail.
Yeah.
She's the one that brought us home the win, really.
Yeah.
With the last 4 points. Something around that. And she did really great. And none of the pressure got to her, and did great.
As a freshman, I feel like that'd be super hard. So, props to her.
And she's a really great spot server.
Yeah.
And she's a freshman.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Well, one of the things that impresses me whenever I watch volleyball, and being a guy that's under 6 foot, playing on the net's not where I'm going to do. But how much fun is it to be, because y'all appear to be a little bit taller than some of the rest, as far as to play up front and just be able to control the net?
I love it.
Yeah,
I like it. I love quick plays, and definitely happy birthdays is one of my favorite things to do.
All right, for those of us that don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. Getting a clean hit is probably the best feeling in volleyball.
Okay.
As a hitter.
And a happy birthday is like the ball is coming over on for the first pass on the other side, and it's like right above the net, and the front row player will slam it down.
So it's not really meant for you.
Yeah, it's not meant for us.
It's one of those in your face plays, boom. But instead of being like boom, you're like happy birthday.
I do like those plays where the other player has either Spalding or Wilson right here the ball imprinted on their head. I mean, I know there's a little gamesmanship, but tell us, I mean, what is said between the two teams maybe during the game? Is there, because I know on the football field there's some trash talking, but I mean, is it going to be the same way on the volleyball court?
It's more of looks they give us.
Because there's definitely some looks that were shared last night. But
I can see that.
If you go and block somebody, they're definitely going to get you back.
Yeah, they're like what's up now? Yeah.
Girls are good at that. They're good at giving those looks. I don't even notice I do it sometimes, and I'll do it to Morgan, and he's just like that look. And I'm like, girls can't help it.
Well, that's why I tried to stay quiet when she said that, because I've experienced that.
Oh, yeah, you have 2 daughters. You completely understand.
Yes, definitely. Well, what do y'all have ahead of you as far as the next tournament, and where's that going to be?
I think it's in White Oak.
Yeah, and I think we have some good competition coming up. I haven't really looked at the schedule yet, but
I think Beckville will definitely be a good game for us.
Yeah, Beckville's always been a super good competition for us and a good learning game for us to get like experience and fast plays to work.
So when's the next opportunity that y'all will have to possibly play Texas High again?
well, I think we're done for the year.
Yeah, we won't have a.
But next year, I'm sure they will play them more, but I wish we could play them more. That's like the best game of the year.
Well, the
competition.
The inter-city rivalries are always fun for the fans as well.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, when will y'all play Liberty Island next?
We don't play them till district.
District, okay. So y'all probably won't be playing any of the same tournaments?
We've already played them a lot in preseason and like summer league. We played them a lot. So
now, will you play Friday?
We don't play.
You don't play Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the tournament
because
on
we're
Thursday
doing a
and
tournament
Saturday.
this week.
We play Friday.
Okay.
Oh, we do.
We play Prairie Land.
She's like, oh snap, we do.
Right. So what are the expectations? What are the expectations for this year's team?
To work as a team.
Yeah.
And to grow as the season goes on and keep building on like the win last night and just build from here and keep going.
Yeah, because at our standpoint right now, we've gotten so much better from just like what we've played, and it's not even halfway through the season.
So you mentioned that you're already getting some great support from the freshmen.
Yes.
How important is it to bring along those younger underclassmen, especially when you start getting deeper into the season?
Well, right now we've had to take a few hits to the team, just like people getting hurt and such. But so we've pulled up a bunch of people recently, and I think it's really important just to get them ready if they do need to come in playoffs. When we do have everybody and someone goes down, they already had that preseason of practice and experience on varsity. So I think it's really important, and they've done so good.
Yeah, they really
so
have.
great.
Good. So I feel like I ask this question a lot, but it's one of my favorite questions. What do you do to pump you up before a game? Or do y'all have a tradition, anything that you do every game?
We'll go in the locker room and just blast
Party
music
pretty
and
much.
just dance.
Just jam out?
Yeah.
Do y'all have a certain song that's like, this is our jam?
Yeah.
What is it? Or would you get in trouble if you said what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we have a couple songs.
Well, let's not do that. We can share that off. We can share that
But
offline.
if we hear the music blare and then we're like, okay, volleyball team's getting pumped up right now. Leave them alone. Let them do their thing.
songs.
Well, what type of challenge would y'all want to give to the fans and the community to come and watch y'all? And because I know that there's got to be that feeling when the crowd starts getting behind and getting loud and different things. I know the student section is normally pretty strong for y'all, but tell us what y'all would want to challenge the community to come out and do for y'all.
Well, I would love for everyone to come out and support us. Like it, for me at least, and I know for some of us, it really motivates us to do better and pushes us, and like, which we should push ourselves, but like just the adrenaline like really, I guess, pumps us up.
Yeah, like last night we had an amazing student section, and it helped a lot with the energy that we had and with like the other crowds and stuff.
Just building on it, and it helps a lot for us.
It definitely helps to hear them cheering for us, because then it just pushes us to do better and not stay down.
So I really recommend to come support us.
Yeah, it's that simple. Just come out, watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring your game
Especially
face.
before football games, when there's a big crowd before the football game, then you go out there and watch the football team do their thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best Friday ever.
Well, and I know, because this is what I typically do to stay on top of Pleasant Grove Hawks as far as their athletics. The pghawks.com website has a volleyball section specifically to y'all with y'all's schedule, and would love to challenge myself, just to have the community come out and support y'all, because to me volleyball is a great sport because of the strategy behind it. And so that's what's so fun to me whenever I start watching volleyball. And it really doesn't get fun for me until about this high school level, because no offense, it's not fun watching a fifth grader try to play volleyball. But to start seeing the strategy being played at the high school level is phenomenal. I definitely had a little grin this morning whenever I got up and saw the rest of the story. And actually, it was already on my Facebook feed that y'all beat Texas High. So that was definitely a little plus for me today. So congratulations on that win.
Thank you.
I was actually hoping that y'all were going to play again, because in the event that y'all played again, that would be a huge game for
That'd be
to come and play.
crazy.
But good luck in the tournaments that y'all have coming up, and looking forward to seeing what y'all can accomplish in district this year. And
they'll be playing Friday.
And hopefully we'll have a long playoff time.
I know.
Yes.
So busy Friday. We've got pep rally, we got volleyball, then we got football.
Yes.
All at the Hawk Nation.
It's all mixing in now.
Yeah. Well, good.
Well, we're going to go to the next segment, and we appreciate y'all's time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are back at walk-ons for PG Takeover, and I've got QB1 next to me. Why don't you introduce the young men that are with us?
Oh, we got Keelan Bidden, he's starting cornerback. We got Alex Galvan, starting free safety.
Well, this is Akari Johnson. He's going to be QB1 this year. Tell us about what your experiences have been so far.
I mean, it's been good trying to lead the team, I'm excited for the season.
Well, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, in Galvan, I'm going to pick on you a little bit, and not necessarily pick on you, but I was at practice yesterday. In one of the sessions, the ones were off on the defensive side, and the coaches had come to the sideline and told y'all to make sure you stay focused and watch what's going on. And it was probably maybe, 5 or 10 minutes after that, and a couple of players around you, probably started looking somewhere else, and you sort of called them out on that. Where do you see yourself as far as being able to provide that leadership for the rest of the team?
I think it's a big part because Coach Gibson is always talking about how, especially with this senior class, how he wants us to all kind of step up and be leaders. And so I think so far all of the seniors are trying to do our part and just step up.
Are you more excited about the game Friday or getting your ring? Don't lie. Don't tell no lies.
I'm gonna say the game. The
lies are being told.
The ring is really far up there, though. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, that's what Gibson wants you to say. I get it. Who's this odd dude we have standing behind us back here?
Come on, man.
Do y'all have any nicknames for this guy yet? I got to come up. I come up with the best nickname. Let's see. I had Nick Hitstick. I called him the truth before. Well, Landon Action Jackson. That ain't really that good. You know what? Maybe I had to come up with great nicknames like I thought I had. Hitstick was by far the best.
Yeah.
The Quinn's watching.
Hitstick was good.
That puts me up there. I got to come up with something good for Galvan too.
Yeah. Well, and maybe by this second or third game, we'll have something for QB1 here, and something that'll stick. And
got to show us something.
I know.
I
know.
Okay, I got all these cameras out here for you guys. I got to ball out.
We got you.
All right.
Now, Mr. Benton, I know your dad. And if you're half as good as he thinks he is, you are solid. Yeah. You are solid. So tell your dad that Jay Davis put a little rub on him tonight.
Yes,
he and I used to work together. No, I'm excited to see what you're going to bring to that cornerback position. I know years past, Pleasant Grove, for some reason, year after year, they say that we're a little bit of soft. But the last 3 years, if that's soft, I'll take it. But I've been told that you're going to bring it this year.
Oh, yes,
and so
sir.
what are you looking forward to this particular season?
Really trying to break the interception record at Pleasant Grove and go win state.
What's the interception record?
Like 8 or 7.
Okay, I like it.
That's doable. That's doable. Now, Kari, what have you taken on this summer to try to prepare you for this season?
I mean, just putting in a lot of work, coming up throwing whenever I can get a chance to. Yeah, just bonding with the team.
Now, how much time have you spent working with this line? I know your line's a little bit young, but I mean, what are you looking at, and what are your expectations for your line this year?
I mean, I know they're young, but I expect them to step up, do big things, block for me.
That's gonna be the key.
Yeah.
We need you to stay upright.
Yeah. I remember saying the first time I saw Akari play, and I was telling Jalen Bordley this. Somebody posted on Instagram the other day. I guess they cut that clip out and they put it on Instagram and tagged me in it. And I remember saying it, but I saw the video for the first time in 2 years, whatever that's been. I said, this is the best 8th grade quarterback I've ever seen in my life. And then the very next possession, this is the best 8th grade running back I've ever seen in my life. And now you're on the same team. It's going to be wild.
Yes, sir.
How has that progression been, from – you played freshman football. You played JV.
I played freshman.
Oh, you played freshman. All right. So playing freshman football to the varsity level, how's that been for you, the progression?
I mean, it's a different speed. I mean, I'm ready to ball out. I mean, it ain't really nothing.
I'm excited for you guys. It's going to be fun. Nashville Scrappers coming to town Friday night, 7:30 kickoff. Man, Alex Gavon's going to get his state championship ring.
Yes, sir.
He's going to let me hold it till the end of the game for him so it's safe. Maybe wear it on my pinky finger. I don't know. We'll figure all that out later. But, man, best of luck to you guys. I'm happy y'all are getting pep rallies this year.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It's so weird how something you think like, oh, it's a pep rally, not that big of a deal, but, like, you don't have it anymore, and it's like,
Yeah, you kind of miss him a little bit.
Yeah. There's Reese back here being weird.
He's always weird.
When is he not?
Now, Kari, when the coach starts adding those little wrinkles in there for y'all, I need you to come whisper those to me before the game so I'm ready. So that way when Quinn and I see it, I can be like, oh, yeah, he and I talked about that before the game.
Don't tell Jay nothing. Don't tell Jay nothing. Jay's going to run and tell it.
No, guys, I'm excited to see what y'all are going to accomplish, and I'm definitely excited to see what Pleasant Grove's going to be able to do in district. I know y'all can't circle and talk about a game because y'all need to be focused on Nashville, but I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all are going to be able to do with that Gilmore game.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll take it week by week.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jay, you just forget about the entire season?
Oh, God. Well, that's their focus.
I'm really excited about the last game.
That's their focus. That's their focus. So, but I'm excited to see where Pleasant Grove's going to match up. I think the district's going to play tough. Liberty Allo's going to bring it to y'all. That intercity rivalry. I'm excited to see how that's going to be, and I know both of y'all have some Liberty Allo ties. So it'll be a little more interesting for y'all. But I want y'all to take it to Nashville and grow this week and just keep getting better each week.
Yes, sir. We sure will.
All right. Let's take a break real quick. We'll be right back with our last segment. 1. We are back for our final segment, guys. We got my man Nick, the voice Reed, Brian, pretty filter Bolt, and Jay Pleasant Grove Davis in the house with us. And I'm Mr. Game Day. I got the coolest nickname. And it's finally, all jokes aside, football in 2 days, boys.
Absolutely. It's coming up. I know we're going to be live at Pleasant Grove. We're going to be live at Texas High. I know we've got radio over at some other schools going on, but everybody's playing this week. It's finally Friday night football.
Yep. Arkansas High's playing at Paris. Liberty Ilo's traveling to play Pine Tree. You can catch the Pine Tree Liberty Ilo game live. You can catch the Texas High versus something threw me off. Tyler High live right here on Texarkana Gameday's Facebook, YouTube, and the Texarkana Gameday app. Please download the Gameday app. Same thing with Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove welcoming the Nashville Scrappers in. Even if you're not interested in football, tune into that. The state championship baseball team are receiving their rings that night. Super excited for those guys. And also National Coach of the Year, Riley Fincher.
The last 4 weeks, we've had the opportunity to talk to some great kids.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what's been so fun for me, to be able to see those young people come in here and talk with us. And I can't be more proud of our community and what these young men and women are going to be able to accomplish this year. So I'm looking forward to a great year.
Most definitely. I'm looking forward to it as well. We've heard from all the coaches there's a lot of young guys that are going to step up into some new roles this year. And I think every team's going to put a great product on the field, and I can't wait to be there to cover it.
Man, high school football in Texas is just – there's something different about it here in Texarkana. There's even something more special about it here. We have 4 great high schools here in Texarkana, great coaches, great staffs, great kids. Game Day going into his 3rd season. I never would have thought when Jay and I were speaking 3 years ago, that this had any potential to be anything, man. It's a lot of time spent by everybody involved with it. I mean, our day one guys, I can't thank Aaron Whitehead, Brandy Kirkland, Jay Davis, Craig Jenkins, Tony Langford. I hope I'm missing you. I'm sorry, but my wife Jennifer, all the people that first year that put so much time and effort into it. It's blossomed into something that I think the kids can be proud of. And our guys now that we have, Nick, Brian, Eric Aiken, Billy Lavender. I mean, we have so many people that care about the kids.
And I don't know if Cam's got COVID while he was coughing over there, but he wanted to make sure that he got.
Yeah, Cam gets paid to be here.
So,
it's different. Like Marshawn Lynch, you know what I mean? He's just here so he doesn't get fired. Right. You know what I mean?
Okay,
now somebody look over my shoulder. If he really loved these kids, he'd do his job for half price.
Oh, yeah.
True. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Is he coughing right now? I didn't hear anything.
No, I think he's well. I think he's well.
It's crazy. You talk about Game Day being around for 3 years. 3 years ago, come Friday night, I was on the sideline coaching. Completely different lifestyle that I live now, and Morgan gives us the opportunity to still be around the high school kids and cover the local games and stuff like that. And I don't think people around Texarkana really understand what they have in Texarkana Game Day until your kids are a part of it, but there's nowhere else that I've been, and I've been all over the state of Arkansas. I have not been in the state of Texas, but I've been around high school sports my whole life. And there's nothing else out like this. And so, big props to him and the guys that are involved now and beginning. But it's something amazing for high school athletes to be a part of. And I just hope that the community and all the surrounding area know what they have.
Well, it really has nothing to do with me. I was just a person who was dumb enough to think it would work. You know what I mean? And somehow it did. But, man, all the guys, especially those year one guys, man, like, we didn't even know we were doing it till 15 days before kickoff. We had a set. We were out there very first week, and to say all that, bring Game Day home to my hometown in Longview, I'm really excited about that. Have expansion plans January 1st, getting into another large market. We're just reinvesting about $25,000 in our facility that we have, turn it into a real Game Day studio, give the kids something that they can be proud of. The main thing is give them an experience when they come in to be interviewed by Game Day. It's like you're walking into an ESPN studio, and that's what we want for the kids. That's what we're reinvesting our money in. And, man, a lot of people don't know it, but a lot of these guys, they don't get paid to do this. They do it because they love your kids. They want to do it. They want to be a part of the football program. And, I'm not on camera as much as I used to be anymore for that reason. I want to give you guys a lot more time on cameras. Man, I really do. We could not do this without a Jay Davis, without a Brian Bolt, without a Nick Reed, without a Billy Lavender, all these guys. And
we could do it without Eric.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
I had to take my jab while I had the chance.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want you to get Bolt hurt. Man, it's just an emotional deal. I never would have thought it would have turned out to be anything worth talking about. And it's just, I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I love these kids.
The focus has been on the kids and for the kids since day one.
Yeah.
And that's what's so exciting to me is to see the growth in these young men and young ladies as we're able to talk to them. And there's some benefit to them that we're able to cover them, and there's more people that are able to see this. And I think even some of our community has even tied in more to our schools and more into our players as they hear more about what's going on and the successes that they have on and off the field.
Yeah, and I talk to businesses that are interested. It's like, hey, this is an investment in your community. This is not an investment in what we're doing. A lot of this money's going right back into schools. We're reinvesting it, in a game day headquarters, but it's really not for us. It really is for the kids. I mean, the experience they're going to have there, we're converting this thing to a game day headquarters. And I mean, would you have thought when we started this?
No.
I mean, had any chance for something like that we would actually have money to reinvest back into it, that we would actually be able to have a product that we can take into another community and they actually want it? I mean, it was just crazy to think about something just out of the thin blue sky, and we have something kids are proud of, and that's the main thing I'm happy with is in a small way we're impacting a lot of kids.
Yeah, and it's not just football. I mean, we the short time that, going on year number 2 for me, but I mean, football, baseball, basketball, I mean, cheer and dance. I mean, we have so many people on the show here on Wednesday nights. We have so many people come into the studio and do different interviews for local athletes that are doing this or that. And when I say athletes, I don't just mean men. I mean, there's women that are getting promoted around here because of this brand and because of someone that's taken the chance to put them out there. And, I just want to speak a little bit to people out there that are watching or wherever about, coming on as a sponsor. I mean, as little or as much as you can give. I mean, you're helping put these kids out there. It's not about us. I mean, it's not about making money for game day. All of this money goes to paying people, camera people, producers. I'm looking back there at Cam because I know he can hear me, But people that run all of this technology, we don't just roll out here and plug stuff in and say we're going to do a show. I mean, it takes a lot of equipment, a lot of things to do all of this. And so unless you want to go out with an iPhone and film people and try to put them out somewhere, it takes money to do. And so anybody out there interested in sponsoring, make sure that you give a call over to the game day headquarters or Phone Pro, whatever, and get a hold of Morgan and make sure that you can give as little or as much as you can to keep this going on for the Texarkana area.
And we have a product worth sponsoring now.
Yeah.
I can't talk about game day without mentioning a couple people in the beginning. Dr. Young at Texarkana Emergency Center and his wife Cindy was their marketing director, Brooke Marshall. I was, it was an idea, and he made it a reality. I mean, he gave me the confidence, like, man, somebody would actually pay for this and pay good money for it, It gave me confidence right behind that. Red River Lumber building us a set, not charging us for it. Digital Effects wrapping it, not charging us for it. It made everything real, and then I get a call from Joe Nichols, who's a real respectable businessman here in town, the CEO of State Bank. He wants to come on with it. Jay helped market that deal for us, and, like, out of nowhere, it's like my confidence level went from we're having fun to we got to take this serious because people are paying for it, and it's a product that I can't say when we started it was worth sponsoring, but I can tell you right now, if you're a company that wants to invest back in your community, that's exactly what we're doing with these kids.
Yeah, so people, like State Bank and Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, I mean, it just, those kind of people took a chance, and it's gotten where it's got, but, it needs to keep growing.
Oh, yeah,
people need to see this, need to keep investing in it. And because it does take, it takes a lot to run a production like this. And it's not just showing up and, like I said, putting an iPhone on a tripod and just videoing a show,
It's taken years to build I'm going to call it the brand. It's taken years to build the brand up, a lot of hard work and a lot of people. The main thing is we have a platform now. We're still building that platform out with our website. Our app's been downloaded over 10,000 times, which still blows my mind. I expect Friday night we'll have our displays out with QR codes at football games. I expect we'll probably add another 2,500 people to that, which means the news you get on the local athletes is coming to you a lot quicker, and it's more national media-like than ever before. So really excited about that, man. Just blessed and excited for the kids.
If I can just take just 1 second, I want to make sure that everyone understands that Texarkana Gameday is your #1 and only source for high school athletics in the Texarkana area.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no one else like it. There's no one else that does anything like it.
It's not just here.
And it is
anywhere. Nobody's doing what we're doing.
Right.
You know. And I know why. At the time, I didn't want it. It's expensive.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but we just had the right people, right time. You can combine whoever you want. I think when we started, we just had the right people to make it work. You know, and it really does boil down to that. I'll always be grateful to them guys. I forgot Craig Jenkins earlier, so I forgot.
How can you forget Craig?
I don't know. Well, I love that dude.
Come on,
Anyway,
man.
guys, man, we've been here overtime. My guys are on overtime now, so Brian Bolt sponsored this segment. Brian Bolt at Shelter Insurance will be sending you a $200 bill. Jay, appreciate it, man. Really
Glad to see him investing
Yeah.
in our community.
Yeah.
No, it's been a good ride, and looking forward to this football season and the rest of the school year.
All right, Nick, the truth. What you got for us?
I'm looking forward to the football season. All you players out there, get ready, get it strapped up, and let's go.
Well, Brian, since you paid for this segment, send us out.
Well, guys, it's been a fourth fun week here at Walk-Ons. We've had all the Texarkana area teams. Man, it's been great to see all the coaches and the kids come on here for the last couple weeks, and this is the last show we're going to do. We're supposed to send it out, guys, and it's
last show.
It's time for Friday night football.
Okay, all right.
It's the last show.
Hold on, Walk-Ons still want us to come. you
No,
know?
it's the last show before we get to football season. I
Yeah.
mean, it's here, guys.
It's here.
This is it. When we leave here, it's football season.
Let's go.
And so we appreciate all of you for tuning in. Again, make sure you go over, like the Texarkana Gameday Facebook page. Also go over and download the Texarkana Gameday app to stay up on all of your local high school athletic news.
One more thing. We moved shows to Wednesday so we can be out see these younger players on Thursday.
That's
It's
right.
a big complaint we had last year. We weren't out seeing the younger guys.
Yep.
We're going to be there. So is my wife, Jennifer.
Yep, absolutely. And some new stuff coming up
No,
with
I'm
them.
just kidding.
Make sure you tune in to Ladylike. What is that, Mondays? Make sure you tune in on Mondays and see the ladies on Ladylike.
Yes.
It's a great show.
Jennifer and Silas. It
Yep.
is.
We appreciate you for tuning in. We'll be back soon. Are we coming back next Wednesday?
I don't know. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I believe so.
We'll let you know. Like I said, go over and like the Texarkana Gameday Facebook page. You'll know and stay up on all the news. And for all of us sitting here, all of us pretty guys on this end, and for Jay Davis, we appreciate you for tuning in.